It's our pleasure to welcome Mr. Davies today for a short Q&A with a selection of students. From me, what drew you to Wells Cathedral School and what stood out most when you first visited?
You two. It's all your fault. I met both of you at interview, and like all the students that I met during my time, it was your enthusiasm, your love, your passion of the school that made me think actually this was somewhere I could be really happy. So I think that was one thing. I think the sense of community that comes from within that was something else that really appealed. I've worked mainly in boarding schools in my career until my current school, which is a day school. And so I think that was probably the final thing, was to come back to a boarding school, but a boarding school with an amazing musical background and heritage as well was the final clincher.
A question from Rose. What are the key things that made you take this job at Wells?
What are the key things? Well, pretty similar answer to the last one. The pupils and your enthusiasm, I think, was really important to me. The talent that's here. I'm a musician with a very small M compared to lots of pupils here. For me, I didn't know Somerset at all. It was my first time coming down here, and I really fell in love with the whole package, the Wells, the school, the cathedral. I think that was a huge part. And then finally, just the opportunities that we've got as a school, which I'm really excited to help bring to life. I suppose that was the final thing. Is that all right? Yeah. Thank you.
A question from Henry. What do you enjoy most about working in education?
I enjoy most giving young people opportunities and seeing you achieve things that you would never believe possible. That's the best bit of my job. Is my current school, I've been there for 9 years, so I've seen lots of students through from year 7 all the way through to the upper 6th, and you see them come in as a certain type of person and leave as someone completely different, and it's the only job in the world where you get that privilege. So watching you grow, watching you develop, watching you mature, learn new things, try new things, that's the best part of my job.
From Jemima, I gather you volunteer for the RNLI. What does that involve, and what's your most exciting story?
That's really good question. I've got my lifeboat tie on, Jemima. So I am now just an education volunteer, so I go out and teach people about staying safe on the water. But I was an active lifeboatman for many years, and I have the honour of being part of the longest shout that the RNLI ever did. We were called out at 6 o'clock one morning to a boat that was travelling from Denmark to Sunderland in the northeast of England, and she was taking on water. They sent helicopters out to keep an eye on her, and we had to find her. We eventually found her after about 12 hours, and we didn't get back home until 3 o'clock in the morning the following day, which was very, very, very long, particularly as we only had rations of a little sort of pot noodle each. So we were very hungry by the time we came back, but we saved the boat and we saved the skipper. Is that all right? Brilliant. Good question.
From Oscar, I don't think he's here now,
Okay.
but how would you encourage non-sporty people to get involved in exercise?
I'm speaking to the captain of sporty people, aren't I? Well, look at me. I'm not a sporty person. And yet my dad was an Olympic runner. My sister was an Olympic cyclist. And then they had me, a musician. I think it's about offering people the things that they're good at and finding something in sport that they can engage with. And when I was at school, I was awful at most things, but I suddenly discovered that I could row. And that gave me an opportunity to do sport. So I think it's for the non-sporty people, giving an opportunity to find something that you can enjoy and do at your level, and get something out of that, because the ability to go and do something exercise-wise is really great. So for me now, it's walking the dog in the morning. That's as far as exercise and I go. But I love watching sport and being a part of seeing other people enjoy it. But I think finding that bit that you can engage with, that's really important.
From Charlotte,
Hello, Charlotte.
what is the one thing you want every pupil to say about their time at Wells when they leave?
That you'd come back again. Because I think actually if you feel that sense of belonging, if you feel that you've been really happy here, if you feel that it's somewhere that you've really enjoyed your time and you'd want to come back again, I think that says everything you'd want to do. Lots of people go to school and it's something they have to do. But actually, if you go to a school that you really feel you belong in and that you enjoy and that you then want to go back to years later. So I discovered last night that there's a mum of one of the choristers went to the same school I did, and she belonged to the choir there as a pupil that I used to go back and play for. So when I left my school, I went back to go and play for their choir. And it turns out that she's a mum at Wells Cathedral School. It's a very small place. But the fact that she wanted to go back, I wanted to go back, and I hope one day you'll want to come back, that's the most important thing.
This question's from Freddie, who's there. By September 2027, the government plans to ban deep-fried food in schools, all of which naturally appeal to children. If you could create a menu that children enjoy but also includes a balanced diet, what would it be?
Gosh, that's a good question. So are you a border free? So that's really important. So I think school food is essential because for non-boarders, it's probably the biggest meal you have in the middle of the day. For boarders, we live on it, don't we? We're going to be having it every day. So good quality ingredients, I think, is the first thing. Well cooked, a good bit of choice. If I was designing something, I'd want to try and make sure that as well as the sort of the slightly naughty stuff, we got the good stuff in and we got that balance. The deep fried stuff, I think we all probably get, but there are ways of having those treats in a different way. And the main thing to me is to listen to the boarders and listen to the people who are eating this stuff every day. So I hold a termly food meeting at my school where everybody comes up with all sorts of ideas, and we try and do as many of them as we're allowed to. And that way we try and get the best of all things, but listening to the people who are eating it is really important. Is that all right? We'll see what the weekend's food like together.
This question's from Daisy, who's just behind you.
Hello, Daisy.
She asked, what is one thing you believe the school needs to improve on the most right now?
I think there is a little bit of Wells that is, you are so brilliant as a school, and coming in as an external person and seeing how many amazing things you achieve here, I don't always think that you give yourself enough credit. And I think one of the things I'd like to do is to celebrate that success a little bit more. Not to be proud and arrogant and boastful, but just to enable people to enjoy their hard work. Is that all right? I get a sense of that.
Josie's going to like this one. So this is from Josie. Her question is, what's your takeaway order?
Oh, good question. So I'm now going to completely go back on what I've just said before. So Friday night is pizza night in my house. So definitely pizza, with a few vegetables on to be good. But definitely pizza on a Friday night is the takeaway order of choice.
Where do you get your pizza from?
Domino's. Is there a Domino's in Wales? No. Oh no! I'm gonna.
You have to try Chubby's, sir.
Try Chubby's.
Yes.
Chubby's pizzas, right?
Yeah,
Free advertising for Chubby's.
This one's also from me. If we film this again in 5 years, what would you hope has changed?
I would hope that despite all the challenges that schools like ours face, we are here thriving. We have been able to grow from where we currently are, but we are also turning out the brilliant young people like you two from the school and doing a great job by you all, and making sure that we are preparing you for the world that you're going to go on to. That's the most important thing to me, that we are really, doing the best by the young people in our care.